In this eye-opening article, we delve into the 10 fastest collapsing states in the United States. With escalating economic troubles, deteriorating infrastructure, and increasing social challenges, these states are becoming less viable for residents seeking stability. We highlight the urgent reasons why you should consider relocating immediately, whether it's due to dwindling job opportunities, rising crime rates, or other critical issues. Understanding these states' rapid decline is crucial for anyone looking to safeguard their future. As we read on to discover which states are facing these dire circumstances and why it's imperative to consider leaving now. What if I told you that some of America's greatest states are falling apart right beneath our feet? These states, once seen as the best places to live, are now just a shadow of what they used to be. Is this the end of the American dream as we know it? If you've ever thought about moving to one of these places, consider this your big warning sign. Get ready as we dive into why these states are failing so quickly. Number 10, California. California is facing tough times right now. It has the fastest recession in the whole country. One big reason is the tech industry, which is super important to California's economy. But in the year 2023, over 78,000 tech workers lost their jobs. This slowdown has made high-paying jobs rare and hurt state income from taxes and new companies going public. In the year 2020, there were 119 new companies, but in the year 2023, there were only 25. So California is also dealing with a huge budget deficit, which means it doesn't have enough money to cover its expenses. This deficit could be as high as $38 billion. Many current lawmakers have never faced such a big financial problem before, making it even harder to manage. The state is thinking about cutting spending and borrowing money to help with the shortfall. The unemployment rate in California has gone up to 4.8, which is higher than the national average of 3.9. Job growth has slowed down, with fewer than 10,000 jobs added each month for 4 months in a row, something that last happened during the Great Recession. Most of the new jobs are in lower-paying sectors like health services and food services instead of the high-paying tech jobs that were lost. Since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, California's population has been going down. This decline affects the state's labor force and economic growth. Although a slight increase in population is expected in the year 2024 because of more international migrants, many people are still moving out due to high living costs. Why are so many New Yorkers fleeing the state? What makes the cost of living there so unbearable? New York, once a symbol of dreams and towering achievements like the Statue of Liberty, is now facing a crisis. The state is experiencing an unprecedented population drop. From the year 2021 to the year 2022, New York lost nearly 880,000 residents. That's almost a 1D decrease in just 1 year, the largest drop in the entire country. So why are New Yorkers leaving? The big reason is the state's heavy tax burden. New Yorkers face a total tax burden of about 12.5. Compare that to Alaska, where taxes are just around 5. The cost of living in New York is also extremely high. The overall cost of living index is 125, while the housing index is a whopping 173. This makes the national median of 100 seem very affordable. In the year 2023, the median home price in New York hit around $819,900, which is almost $400,000 above the national median. Renting isn't much better, with an average room costing about $678. New York's economy is also struggling. From the year 2009 to the year 2017, the state's real GDP growth was 12.7, lagging behind the national average of 16.8. Some upstate areas even saw negative growth rates, making the economic situation worse. New York City has seen a significant workforce reduction with a net loss of over 19,000 employees. This is the largest decline since the Great Recession. The loss has hit essential services hard, including social services, education, and public safety. High vacancy rates remain due to budget cuts and hiring freezes during the pandemic. Number LLC Views, West Virginia. Nestled amidst the beautiful Appalachian Mountains, West Virginia is known for its rugged landscapes and rich cultural heritage. But now, it's in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. West Virginia, often called the Mountain State, faces big problems that have made it one of the fastest collapsing states in America. In the year 2024, about 10,000 people, or around 0.84 of the population, left West Virginia, searching for better opportunities. The state's population is now just 1.78 million. This decline is due to several major issues. Healthcare is a big problem in West Virginia. It ranks last in the country for overall healthcare quality and access. In rural areas, the situation is even worse. The state is ranked near the bottom for the number of doctors and nurses available, making it hard for people to get the care they need. This leads to health problems and affects the state's economy, with more people facing delays in care, avoidable hospital visits, and even early death. Economically, West Virginia is struggling. It has the fourth worst economic health in the nation, with a slow job market that doesn't offer much for young people. This economic slump has pushed the state into deep poverty. West Virginia is the fourth poorest state in the country, with a poverty rate of 16.8. The state's median household income is one of the lowest in the U.S. at $48,800, which is about $155,000 less than the national median. This low income level is linked to high poverty rates, with nearly 1/5 of the people living in poverty. West Virginia also has a high rate of adult illiteracy and ranks low in educational achievement. The housing market in West Virginia faces challenges too. Even though home prices have gone up by 7.1% over the past year, the overall economic conditions and population decline affect housing demand and economic stability in the state. Before moving on to the 7th-ranked state, I have a question I'd like to ask for your opinion. Where are you from? Do you live in any of these states? What do you think about this crisis? Please comment below and chat with me. Washington upon Indian. Known for its beautiful landscapes and lively cities, Washington is facing some tough times. First up, let's talk about the tech sector. Washington is home to big names like Amazon and Microsoft, but recently, these companies have had major layoffs, with tech jobs making up about 22% of Washington's economy. These job cuts are hitting hard. Next is the housing market. The average home price in Washington is around $591,000. While home prices went up by about 3.4% last year, the market is slowing down. Fewer homes are being sold and prices are not rising. This is due to higher interest rates and more competition among buyers. Now let's look at the cost of living. Inflation has made everything more expensive, from groceries to housing. This means people are spending less money, which hurts the state's economy even more. High interest rates are also making it harder for people to buy homes or invest in businesses. Washington has also had a tough time with its budget. During the Great Recession, the state had to cut a lot of public services, and spending on these services was still lower in the year 2019 than it was in the year 2008. This makes it hard for the state to support its people and improve infrastructure. Finally, global events are also causing problems. Things like the war in Ukraine have messed up supply chains and made goods more expensive. This adds to the economic challenges Washington is facing. Number 6. Illinois. Illinois is seeing a significant drop in its population. Over the past year, the state has lost nearly half of its residents, which means over 100,000 people have left. Chicago, despite its vibrant lifestyle and famous skyline, is at the heart of this decline. Why are people leaving? One big reason is taxes. Illinois has one of the highest tax burdens in the country. This high cost of living drives many residents to states with lower taxes. Almost 40% of people leaving Chicago are doing so to escape financial difficulties. But it's not just about Chicago. The whole state is struggling economically. High corporate taxes and strict regulations have pushed many businesses to move out. Big companies like Citadel, Boeing, and Caterpillar have relocated their headquarters to states with better business environments. Crime rates, especially in Chicago, are another major factor. City has seen a significant rise in its murder rate, making it less attractive for both residents and businesses. According to the most recent census data, Illinois' population dropped from about 12,686,000 in 2021 to around 12,582,000 in 2022. That's a decrease of 8%. This decline isn't limited to Chicago. 81 out of the state's 102 counties have seen population decreases. The state also faces a brain drain. Many college students leave Illinois for more affordable education elsewhere and don't return after graduating. This trend has been going on for years, further depleting the state's population. Number 5. Texas. Texas, the second largest state in the U.S., has a mix of beautiful places like beaches along the Gulf of Mexico, vast plains, rolling hills, and dry deserts. But right now, Texas is facing some big problems. One of the main issues is the economy. Texas's economy depends a lot on oil and gas. With oil prices going up and down, this has really hurt Texas. As of early 2024, Texas has lost a lot of money from energy, leading to budget problems and many people losing their jobs. This problem with oil and gas is also hurting other businesses in the state. Another issue is the housing market. The Federal Reserve has raised interest rates, making it more expensive to borrow money. Because of this, fewer people are buying homes and building new homes has slowed down. This is making the economy slow down even more. Higher interest rates also mean people are spending less money and businesses are investing less, which makes the problem worse. The job market in Texas is also struggling. Even though things have gotten better since the pandemic, many industries still can't find enough workers and are dealing with higher costs. As of early 2024, the unemployment rate in Texas is around 4.1, which is a little higher than the national average. Inflation is another big problem. Prices for goods and services are going up, which means people have less money. This is hurting the economy because when people spend less, businesses don't do as well. The cost of living in Texas has gone up, making it even harder for families to make ends meet. New Jersey is going through some big changes, especially in its economy. Sectors like information and manufacturing are seeing long-term declines. Job growth has been really slow, with only a 0.8 expected average annual increase through the year 2045. This slow job growth means New Jersey is falling behind the national average. New Jersey has a big talent gap. The number of people working or looking for work dropped from 66 in 2012 to 63 in 2022. This is the lowest it's been in 44 years. On top of that, New Jersey is losing more people than it's keeping. From 2011 to 2021, the state lost an average of 20,000 residents each year. Many of these people are recent college graduates, which makes the talent gap even worse. In 2023, the state's unemployment rate went up from 3.4 in January to 4.7 in November, making it the third highest in the country. New Jersey has also been struggling with budget problems. The state has relied on one-time revenues and borrowing, especially during and after the Great Recession. Because of this, New Jersey hasn't fully recovered. The state has less tax revenue, smaller rainy day funds, and reduced general fund spending compared to before the recession. These financial issues make it hard for New Jersey to invest in growth and handle economic downturns. Another problem for New Jersey is the shrinking banking sector. Since 2019, the state has lost 11.7 bank branches. This reduction can hurt local economies and make it harder for businesses and people to access financial services. Before exploring the final 3 states, I have a special 10-second request for all of you to listen. If you can help me in any way, just hitting that subscribe button would mean a lot. It greatly supports this channel. And if you do that for me, I promise that my team and I will do everything we can to make this show even more amazing for you. Do we have a deal? Rhode Island. Rhode Island might be the smallest state in the U.S., but it's facing a huge problem. It's quickly becoming a place only the wealthiest can afford to call home. Rhode Island has consistently ranked poorly for business friendliness. Back in 2012, it was ranked the worst state for business by CNBC. This is largely due to high taxes and strict regulations, making it tough for businesses to thrive and attract new companies. The lack of business incentives has led to fewer job opportunities and contributed to residents moving out looking for better employment elsewhere. The state's education system also plays a big role in its decline. Rhode Island ranks low in K-12 education quality compared to neighboring states like Massachusetts and Connecticut, which are known for their better schools. This difference leads to a less skilled workforce and drives residents to states with better education for their children. Between 2021 and 2022, Rhode Island's population decreased by 0.3, with about 3,200 251 people leaving the state. The overall population dropped from around 1,969,185 in 2021 to about 1,937,734 in 2022. People are moving out seeking better job opportunities and living conditions. And why are people leaving? The median house price in Rhode Island is about $462,000, which is $133,000 above the national average. Imagine spending $30,000 of your income just to keep a roof over your head. If you're dreaming of starting your own business, Rhode Island might not be the place for you. The state's economic scene is pretty much the opposite of a startup paradise. High costs, combined with an economic environment that stifles rather than supports entrepreneurial spirit, mean your business dreams might struggle here. For millionaires and billionaires, Rhode Island could still be a playground. But for the average person, living in Rhode Island could mean watching your savings dwindle, pushing you to think about moving to a state that's kinder to your wallet and your ambitions. Massachusetts. Massachusetts, located in the New England region of the northeastern United States, is famous for its diverse landscapes, rich history, and cultural impact. The state has beautiful coastal plains, rolling hills, and the Berkshire Mountains in the west. Feature rivers like the Charles and Merrimack flow through its cities and countryside, making it even more scenic. However, Massachusetts is facing some big challenges. The leisure and hospitality sector saw a 17% drop in jobs, losing around 63,100 positions. The education and health services sector also took a hit, with a 6.1% losing about 50,500 jobs. Although the official unemployment rate was 2.5% in November of 2023, if we count discouraged and underemployed workers, the real rate jumps to 9.5%. Living in Massachusetts is expensive. It has some of the highest living costs in the country due to pricey housing, education, healthcare, and taxes. For example, the median home value in Massachusetts is about $600,000, while the average monthly rent for a two-bedroom apartment is around $2,500. High education costs and some of the nation's highest healthcare costs put even more pressure on residents. Another big issue is that many people are leaving Massachusetts. Over the first 2 years of the pandemic, a net 110,000 people left the state. Most of these were younger people between the ages of 26 and 35. This exodus reduces the labor force and the number of consumers, making economic recovery harder. Even though Massachusetts saw a real GDP growth rate of 4.8% in the first quarter of 2023, this was below the national average. The state's dependence on high-cost industries and the ongoing effects of the pandemic have slowed down stronger economic recovery. What's behind the high number of unoccupied homes in Louisiana? How is this indicative of the state's broader economic challenges? Louisiana. Once a bustling hub of activity and opportunity, Louisiana now finds itself in a tough spot, becoming the nation's second fastest collapsing state. Louisiana has faced a lot of trouble from natural disasters, especially Hurricane Ida in 2021 caused significant damage and forced many people to move to safer places. This hurricane, along with others in recent years, has made it hard for people to rebuild their lives. The state's economy isn't doing well either. It has a high unemployment rate, meaning many people can't find jobs. This has led a lot of folks to move to other states in search of work. Also, the income per person in Louisiana hasn't risen as quickly as in other states, making it less attractive for potential movers. Moreover, there's a high number of empty homes in Louisiana. For instance, in New Orleans, about 23 out of every 100 homes are unoccupied. This shows that many people are leaving and few new people are moving in. The lack of demand for housing is a significant sign of economic trouble. A lot of people are moving out of Louisiana, opting for states with better job opportunities, lower costs of living, and nicer weather. States like Texas and Florida are seeing more people move in, while Louisiana is losing residents. Lessons from the fastest collapsing states in the United States offer valuable insights for better governance and development. Prudent financial management is crucial, as illustrated by states like California and New York, which have faced significant financial deficits. Economic diversification is another key lesson, with Texas and Louisiana, highlighting the dangers of over-reliance on a single industry. Additionally, improving the business environment to attract companies and enhance job opportunities is vital, as seen in Illinois and Rhode Island. Investing in quality public services such as healthcare and education is essential for sustainable development, a lesson exemplified by West Virginia and New Jersey. Furthermore, Massachusetts teaches us the importance of appropriate fiscal adjustments and taxes to support the local economy. The importance of creating a living environment that attracts and retains residents is underscored by the experiences of Rhode Island and Massachusetts. Finally, adaptability to change, especially in the face of climate change and global events, is a common thread among all these states. Learning from states facing these challenges helps us apply these critical lessons to improve quality of life and economic development in our communities and regions. If you found today's video interesting, don't hesitate to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support is very important to us. Be sure to check out the next video appearing on your screen. You're sure to love the content we bring? Please leave a comment about which country you'd like us to explore next. Thank you for watching, and see you in the latest video. Thanks for being with us on this great journey.